Hi there, I'm Vincent Boss and I provide dating and self-improvement advice. And in today's podcast, we're going to be discussing how to get your ex to unblock you. I provide audio and email coaching to help people try and get their ex back or get a new girlfriend or boyfriend. Check out my website for more details, www.dateme.tips. Please check your spam and junk folders if you are expecting an email from me. So now let's get back into today's podcast. And today we are discussing how to get your ex to unblock you. Being blocked by your ex can feel terrifying. You are not in a good position and likely wondering if there is any way of getting your ex to unblock you. Although there is no 100% guaranteed way to do this, there are things you can do to improve the chances of one day being unblocked. In today's podcast, I'll go through 3 things which can improve your chances of success. So let's get straight into this, and number 1 is respect the blocking. It's vital that you show that you aren't a threat and won't cause drama. If an ex blocks us, it is because that they are concerned that we are going to bring drama to their door. They are worried we could be a threat or that we could be a nuisance. It is very important that you respect the blocking and don't try and cheat it by finding a secret way through. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, well, I've been blocked on this, and this, but I haven't been blocked on this platform, so maybe I'll just sneak through there and send a message, or maybe I'll just turn up at their door. No, you've got to understand, if you have been blocked on one platform, you've got to respect the blocking and understand that that means you are blocked from everything. Online, in person, phone, messaging, everything. You need to respect that one blocking means you are blocked from everything. You don't want to try to cheat the blocking. If you do that, you are going to get yourself in serious trouble. I've heard of instances where people have tried to cheat blockings, and the next step that their ex has taken is they've contacted the authorities. You certainly don't want the police being involved because your ex believes you're being a nuisance. Additionally, you don't want to be bad-mouthing your ex to anyone, okay? You don't want to be saying it to people online. You don't want to be saying it to people in person. Even if you think you're just speaking with a friend, these things will get back to your ex. They always do. Even if you think you're mentioning it online on a private account that nobody other than your close friends can see, just don't do it. It is not good to do these things. It does not present yourself in a positive light, and it will likely cause you a lot of problems further down the road. It will certainly not increase the chances of being unblocked. If you are bad-mouthing your ex and they find out about it, you're going to be in a very, very difficult position forever trying to reconcile. Okay, so now let's get into point number 2, and that is don't block them back. So it's very important that when you find out you've been blocked, that you don't think to yourself, well, they've done it to me, I'm now going to do it to them. This is not going to help you. You've got to put yourself in your ex's position. You've got to consider the mindset. Somebody ends a relationship when they feel that the level of romantic emotional attraction that they had for their partner has dropped and plummeted to a low point. Once this has happened, they will end the relationship. So at this stage, they're not thinking very highly of the person they used to be in a relationship with, their now ex, their dumpy. They're not thinking very highly of them. So if you think of how they can move forward from that, it means that that level of romantic emotional attraction must grow again before they will consider reaching out to the dumpy once more. Now, there are certain things you can do to increase the chances of growing that level of romantic emotional attraction, and I've done lots of podcasts on the subject, so please make sure you subscribe so you can check out the ones that I've done, particularly on my version of the no contact rule, and also on the hints, tips and advice I give of how to grow that level of romantic emotional attraction in the dumper's eyes. But I digress. Getting back on point, we need to be considering this because we need to understand that the reason the relationship ended was because the level of romantic emotional attraction had really, really dropped. And the reason that you may have been blocked is because it has dropped even further and they now believe you are going to be causing them hassle. They believe you might be a threat. You might be causing them a disturbance. You're going to be a pain. That is why they have blocked you. So it's dropped even further. So if you ever get to the stage of where you've been able to raise the level of romantic emotional attraction in the dumper's eyes to the point of where they are ready to want to reconnect with you, then when they try to send a message out, they find out they are blocked themselves. Well, that is just going to knock them straight back. You often only get one chance at a second chance. So if your ex, if the dumper is in that position where they're thinking, you know what, I want to see if they're considering reconciling now. You know, I really want to reach out. I really want to see if we can sort something out. I feel different about my ex now. I want to see how they're going. They send out a message and they realise instantly that they've actually been blocked by you. So if they then think, right, the dumpy has blocked me, they're not likely to keep trying this. They're probably going to be thinking, oh, wow, you know, I should never have tried to do that. What was I doing? The dumpy has moved on. Or the dumpy never wants to hear from me again, or the dumpy is angry. Oh, I should never have done that. I won't make that mistake again. And the likelihood is the dumper won't try again. So if you block the dumper back, you are potentially costing yourself a potential reconciliation later down the road. Because if and when they are ready to contact you again, they won't be able to. Additionally, even before they're ready to contact the dumpy, there is every possibility they would have found out they've been blocked. Maybe somebody has told them. Maybe they have bumped into a situation online or via a phone where they've somehow found this out. And once again, it can really hammer home the thoughts of, you know what, I made the right decision. You know, I blocked them because I thought they was going to be a nuisance. And now I found out they've blocked me. That showcases to me that they've probably moved on. So yeah, I shouldn't have even been thinking about anything like reaching out or reconciling. So that's really going to affect things. I highly suggest you do not block your dumper back. If you are a dumpy, I highly suggest you do not block the blocker back. So now we will move into point number 3 and the final part of today's podcast. And that is number 3, showcase self-improvement on social media. So even if you've been blocked on social media, you've got to understand there is a high possibility that anything you post online is going to drip feed back to your ex eventually. Whether it's through friends of friends, whether it's through family members, maybe you haven't actually been blocked on that particular platform. Anything you post online is likely to get back to your ex. Now, the key thing here is that you don't deliberately focus this on your ex. You don't post a status, you don't post a photo, you don't post anything actually directed at your ex. You just put it online, you put it on your social media account, and you are doing nothing wrong by doing that. You're just showcasing your self-improvement. You don't speak about negative things, you don't badmouth your ex, you don't talk about how sad you are, you don't talk about emotional subjects, you don't post anything which has your ex tagged in or their friends tagged in or anything like that. You're just putting it out into the online space. And more often than not, these things will drip feed back to your ex. As I said, there's a chance you might not even be blocked on a particular platform and your ex might bump into this content. If that isn't the case, if you are blocked on that platform, that doesn't matter either, because you're bound to have friends of friends or family members who knew both of you. And these things get back. You know, if you're showcasing self-improvement, these things will get back to your ex. And maybe they'll start to think to themselves, well, they've changed, you know. I've heard that they're looking really good in their new photos. I've heard that they've started a new course because they posted a status about it. I've heard that they've decided to travel around the world. You know, when they get back in a few months, I'm kind of curious about what that was like. Oh, wow, I've just found out that my ex is learning a new language. I would never have thought they would do that. You know, you can showcase yourself as a version 2.0. Maybe you're showcasing your new job that you've got, or the business that you've started, or the fact that you are now learning to drive. All of these are possibilities. You post them online. You don't focus them aimed at your ex. You just put them into the online space. Make sure they are positive. If they are photos of you, make sure you are looking your best, probably in some nice new clothes if you've got the opportunity to get some. Really looking fresh, new, a version 2.0. Post statuses describing what you are doing for the future, your hopes, your dreams, and the things that you're actually actively doing. So not just dreams that have no possibility of taking place, but actual things you are doing. In 2 weeks' time, I'm starting my new job. I've just signed up to this course. I'm learning how to play the piano. All of these are great examples of what you can do. And if you do this, they will likely drip feed back to your ex, and your ex will start to think of you in a different light. If you become a version 2.0 of yourself, you will become attractive not just to new people, but to your ex as well. And if that begins to grow the romantic emotional attraction in your ex's mind, then you might just be unblocked. There is no 100% guaranteed way to get your ex back, and there is certainly no guarantee you will be unblocked. But if you do everything right, you stand every chance of intriguing your ex enough to the point of where they will one day unblock you and then reach out. If you believe that this podcast has helped you, then please consider buying me a coffee. The link to do so is in the description.
Yeah, if you miss your ex, we can help with that. Help you get him back, or we can help find you someone else. Yeah, Vincent Bo, the relationship coach, giving you some insight, bringing you a new approach. DateMe.tips, go and check the site, giving you advice, helping with your love life. Get your ex back, or move to the next. Ain't no sweat, you know Vincent Bo got you. Finding love ain't no problem. Yeah, DateMe.tips, check it out now.